Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone. Alex here, and I'm joined by Jimena and this is another Stage Hero client interview. I loved working with you. I'm excited for this interview. Let's go. Who are you? Who do you serve? And what transformation do you deliver?
Mhm. I'm a certified mindset and sales coach, and I help women building a service-led business who love what they do, but they dread selling their services. And I help them remove the inner blocks to finally sell with confidence so that they can grow their business and the impact with a structure. And I always say, without leaving it to luck or waiting to be found.
Wonderful. So clear. I love it. Take us back a little bit to, the beginning, your message positioning, your signature speech, before that flywheel, to establish yourself as a leading expert and to become known, liked, trusted. What drove you towards the program, and, what were you struggling with?
So since I started my business, I knew that one part of my visibility strategy would be bringing my message to more people, to more stages. And that's when I started delivering masterclasses and workshops at events by the connections that I had basically on my network. And I was building my talks with the knowledge that I had and very, I would say, intuitively, without like strategy behind it, without a well thought through structure. Now that I know how you can structure a talk that has a good opening, that has eye bombs, this accordion speech at the beginning was like, what is this? And how amazing now, with the knowledge that I have now, the flexibility that you have in order to create a 6-minute keynote speech that has a powerful message versus a 1 hour one. And so I knew that I wanted to do it more professionally. I didn't know how to do it, basically. I didn't know. I was just like following see how it landed, but I wasn't being very specific. And I wanted to learn and elevate that speaking game, I would say. Then I saw a post on LinkedIn, and it was from Anna Kopp, who I knew her because I was in one of her talks in her audience, and I knew how great she was. And then I saw that post, and she said, Alex helped me go from good to great. And that was the moment that I knew I wanted to work with Alex as well, because her speech, how she delivered, the structure and everything was amazing. So I wanted to learn also from that person that helped her go from good to great as well. So
Fantastic. I love hearing that. And then what role did your positioning play in getting to that, to that stage presence, but also, every step that followed?
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, that's, I would say, one of the major wins that the program gave me was my positioning, the clarity that I was kind of lacking because I wasn't making the decisions that I knew I needed to make, but I was kind of postponing them. I was like,
We all know that feeling.
yes, it felt more comfortable to just push those decisions rather than saying, okay, no, I own them. This is what I want to be known for. I was staying in that vagueness out of, I would say, like, just being comfortable in that zone.
Mhm.
Because I was testing and so on. But I remember that I didn't know how to combine the mindset with the sales topic, both topics that I love to talk about. But the mindset one is the one that for me, it helped me to launch my own business. Because the sales skills I had, but just having the sales skills alone didn't help me to launch my business. So the mindset topic was the one that I really wanted to talk about, but I didn't know how to combine them. And these first modules where we worked on our positioning, what is the one thing that we want to known for, I remember being challenged, and challenged in a good way and pushed in a good way to make those decisions and say, okay, Jimena, stop. You have to stop being vague and you need to be specific. And I would have not been able to achieve that without the program. And I am so thankful for that, because now I see how it resonates when I talk about my topic in the way that I'm talking about my topic right now. So, yeah.
It's a beautiful journey from outside to observe and to see, you know, how the message has such more weight, right? And also how you have your angle to a very needed problem in the market, right? And that's just phenomenal how it landed, how it clicked, and how you also, like, just your vibrancy and the way you talk about your topic just elevated so much. I love that.
I'm thankful for that.
Perfect. Thank you. You're welcome. In terms of wins, you already mentioned a little bit on the positioning, also on the journey towards the stage. Do you want to share a little bit more? I know you've taken some stages. You've been on a stage where people approached you afterwards. There's what felt like to me like a big effect. Do you want to share with us what you experienced?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so absolutely. The first win, I would say, is clarity, is having that positioning that, you know, it resonates. Getting to that positioning was the first win. Secondly, was delivering that 6-minute pitch and getting the feedback that I got afterwards. Knowing that the target audience or the people that are in my niche resonated with it. And after the 6-minute keynote, people came to me and said, I would love to work with you. That is another big win. Because first of all, I didn't know what I could say in 6 minutes. And if you get the words right, the positioning right, 6 minutes is enough to send an impactful message. For me, it was mind-blowing. I didn't know that you could do that.
And you mastered it, right? You leaned fully in to do it.
Yes. And the third one, I would say another big win was having a system and a process to start reaching out intentionally to get stages that I want to be in. Because the masterclasses and workshops that I was delivering before was just, it happened with the people, with network, with people that are in my network, with connections, people that came to me. I felt like it was more like being lucky. But now I have a system and a process that I can start reaching out to the stages that I want to be in and not waiting to be found. So that's also
how you already took advantage of this and are stretching yourself to the next level. I think this is the important part here, right? That it's not just about having a system to approach any stage, but you said intentionally, and that intentionally I read as, you know, up and up and up, maybe a big stretch, maybe a smaller stretch here. This is beautiful.
That's the goal, and now I know how to do it.
Yes, and congrats for already getting some stages in, I believe, London and Munich. Was there one in France as well?
There was one in France as well. Yes.
Amazing. Congrats. And in terms of, you know, the time you invested, I know you have a family, I know you have a busy life, you're, you know, working a lot as well, like all of us. Do you, you know, what did you do to manage the time effectively and to make sure the program, you know, gets the time it deserves?
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, for me personally, the first 6 weeks were the most intense ones in terms of time that I needed to dedicate. Because obviously those were the weeks that challenged me the most, that I needed to make the decisions to get that clarity that I needed in order to build my keynote speech. So I would say that from the get-go, we knew how much time we needed to place in our schedules. And I think that was amazing knowing that in advance, because before we started our cohort, I already blocked the time that I needed in order to dedicate to the program. So it's not like, oh, suddenly I'm surprised that I need to spend I don't know, so X amount of hours to watch the recordings, to do the tasks, to build my keynote, to record myself for the 10 days challenge, for example. I had that time blocked already. So it's not that I needed to start making or cutting activities in my schedule in order to make them happen. So
Amazing.
having that from the get-go, it's super useful.
Discipline of making a priority, basically, right?
Yes.
And then you already mentioned the 10-day challenge. The systems, right? There's a few of them. There's a bunch of them. There's obviously the review preview. There's the pitch night. There's the 10-day challenge. But there's also the I-bombs. There's the accordion speech and other formats that help you create not only the speech but the systems that you need. Is there anything that stands out as a big lever for you, as a big memory, as something that really helped your business and your stage presence?
Well, the 10-day challenge, I personally, when I heard it at the beginning, was like, oh no, I need to record myself. But it was really useful, first of all, to get comfortable talking, and then recording what we were creating and getting feedback from our peers in the group, in the school community. I think that was so valuable as well, right? Secondly, the accordion speech, because it gave me that structure that I was missing, that I didn't know how to build a masterclass. I was just doing it intuitively. And now I have that system that I can use it for every speech that I need to create. And actually, I've been using it not only to create my keynote, my signature keynote, but I had 4 events in April that I already used that structure for every single event that I had. And it was so easy to create those speeches as well. And with that, obviously, we have the I-bombs in that accordion speech, which now is like no-brainer not to use it. And now I'm not using quotes from other people. I'm using my ones that I know they land and help me also to elevate my personal brand, I would say.
Yeah, it's such a shift to know that people are going to feel a wow based on not you quoting someone else, but on your personal quote, and then repeating that with their people. And suddenly your voice gets elevated through other people everywhere.
Yes.
Powerful. I love it. How did you find the review preview for yourself?
Oh, I loved it. Obviously, that would be my third one, because it was amazing to celebrate the wins, that even the small wins, right, that we went through, that we achieved throughout the week. Not only mine, but everyone's. We were all sharing our reviews from the previous week, reading what the progress that they made, the clarity that they gain. And with the preview, I was already thinking, okay, what is the thing that I'm going to focus on next week that I didn't manage this week, or that I want to achieve next week? That also gave me accountability, because it's okay, I already said that I was going to do that. Then I need to be committed and really do it, so that next review preview I can also share what I've done. And that also helped us to build that community, that sense of, okay, we're all in this together. We're not just watching content and working on our own. But I was always waiting for that Friday moment where people started posting what they achieved and what they managed to do, and commenting on all of them as well, and celebrating our wins together. So I think that was also an amazing tool.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing, because I think a lot of people that are watching a video like this, considering, should I work with this person? They've maybe been burned, and I hear this a lot from communities that are basically dead. Right. And somebody's offering this community, and it sounds really exciting. But to hear from a voice inside that is actually a live community, that people are supportive, that there's a buddy system, etc., is really important for somebody making the decision. And I appreciate that you share your experience. How was it to work with your body to have that personal added level?
Well, first of all, our community wasn't ever dead. And I think it's still alive, even though we finished the program. We want to keep that community because it felt like a really amazing support as well throughout the 3 months of the program. And the support with the body was amazing as well. Just, having that one-to-one conversation where you can share how you're feeling, what is still what's that thing that is still going through your head, and you can discuss it and just solve those small doubts as well that you have, or test directly how it lands, because we were okay, this is the I don't know, the promise, or this is the offer statement, and just testing in that call and seeing how it lands directly, saying, hey, why don't you tweak that small word that doesn't flow that really well? And you get super, you can really refine your offer statement. That's one example. But then also the accountability part with the body and supporting each other. I mean, I'm still in contact with my body, and we still want to find a day together where we can focus on our outreach and keep that also going. So yeah.
It's living on. I love it. This is the biggest compliment to me, that the community is living on, and it's testament of how wonderful all of you are, and supportive. So thanks for sharing this. Somebody who's making their due diligence, they're trying to figure out, is this program for me? Should I pull the trigger? What is something that you would love for them to know at this stage?
I would say if they have a message that they want to bring to more people, but still they're not really clear on the angle, or what is it about, what is specifically they want to talk about, and they don't have a process or a system to bring that message to more stages, you don't need to hesitate. This is the program that will give you the clarity, that will give you the positioning, and will give you the systems and the processes to do that, to get to more stages, to bring your message to more people. So, and probably the world needs to hear that message. So go and do it.
Thank you so much. And I agree, there's so many people who need their message to get out there. So thank you so much for this. Jimena, where can people find you if they want to learn more about you?
They can find me on my website, jimenareal.com, or on Instagram at Jimena Real Coach, or Real, that is easier, and LinkedIn, Jimena Real. They can search for Jimena Real and they will find me there.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And thanks for your wonderful recap of this program. And just to wrap up for everyone watching, if you're a consultant, if you're a coach, executive coach, if you are a founder with expertise, and maybe your positioning efforts aren't giving you the top level clients that you are looking for or access to them, maybe also you're sensing that little pull that you want to step on bigger stages, that you want to bring your message out, like Jimena said, you want a proven system, one that gives you real leverage, one that makes you stand out in your industry, and one that gives you better clients. If that's you, then reach out, book a call through the system, or watch one of the other videos that you're going to be seeing linked to here, and book a call. I'd be very happy to speak to you. And with that, thank you so much, Jimena, and I hope everybody found this very valuable.
Thank you, Alex.